but her wipers, from brand new, they still catch. So when they go across, they kind of catch and they skip. So I'm gonna have to polish out this whole windshield. So here we go. So anyway, I have the glass polish. Obviously, I'm gonna clay bar the glass first. So clay bar first. Well, actually, technically, I need to clean the glass. So I'm gonna use the invisible glass, microfiber, clean it first. At that point, use the clay bar to remove any, impurities there, anything that's on the glass itself. It could be whatever it is that's on it that I can't see. So the clay bar for this is going to remove that. But yeah, still a little disappointed. When she's paying for the car, so I can't say like, get this. I'm not buying a car for her. She's using her own money and paying for the car. So it is ultimately what she decides what she wants. And even if I was paying for it, I wouldn't get her something that she didn't like. Her concerns with the GLC, even the AMG, is they use a lot of the black plastics surrounding the fender. So she doesn't like the black plastics. She, it's going to be gloss or, like color match. She prefers color matched. BMW uses color match. Audi uses color match. But then the ergonomics of the BMW, with their short legs, she doesn't like the thigh extension. And I thought, let me see what it's like. And, I just felt like that whole BMW experience, I hate it, but it was just, I should have just took over. And I don't like stepping on dealers' toes, I really don't. But I should have took over and started just selling the car to her as if I was a salesperson and say, hey, this car's got this car's got that, blah, 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 blah. And we could have went from there. But she's driving the X5 now. She had to run a few errands. I told her, I said, well, take the X5. I'm gonna clean your glass on your car. I'm gonna get it all ready to go and get all polished out for you. And hoping that maybe she'll drive the X5 and be like, this car's fun. Maybe I'll get a BMW. Hopefully, but who knows. So end up having to stop in the middle of this. I feel horrible. I remember I had said about Lexi taking the X5 to run a few errands, and anyway, I gave her my spare key, which I had programmed it as her profile. It didn't work out. The battery died on the key, and she told me to get the little message. I was like, oh, you'll be fine. You should be fine to take the key. And she said, well, can I take your other key? And I said, no, you'll be fine. Just run a few errands. And anyway, she called me and said, hey, the key fob died. And I'm like, all right, no problem. I walked her through the steps of removing the cap, putting it through the door handle, turning it, and then popping the door open, which she did. But of course, the alarm went off. Then it continued to blare. So at that point, I said, I'm not gonna walk this out anymore. I'm sure she's in the middle of the parking lot, embarrassed, and everything's going on. Everybody's looking at her. I just grabbed my key at M3, took off, left the camera here on, and stopped what I was doing, and gave her my other key, and everything worked fine. But she wasn't happy about it. So, which rightfully so.
Not driving your car ever again.
So.
Well, you want me to tell him what you did?
Go ahead. Just tell him what happened. So from your version.
Are you sure?
Go ahead. I'm sure. Go ahead. I don't care. I deserve whatever happens.
What do you mean, whatever happens?
I don't know. Just tell me your perspective.
So this morning, he says, babe, take the X5. I'm going to work on your windshield. I'm going to polish it. It's going to look good. Take the X5 to run errands. I said, I don't like taking the X5. He says, no, it'll be fine. It's just 2 errands. Just take the X5. Okay, fine. So he hands me the spare key, which I said, does this one even work? And he says, it's programmed to your settings. It'll be fine. All your stuff is saved. It's good to go. So I say, okay. So I get ready to leave. And I try to unlock the car, and the remote doesn't work. So I promptly come back inside and say, the remote doesn't work. To which he says, oh, let me see it. He opens up the back of the remote. It works completely fine. I said, does it need a new battery? He says, no, I just put a new battery in it not that long ago. I said, are you sure? And he says, yeah, see, it's working fine. Buttons work fine. We could hear the car beeping. It was fine.
You heard a beep, right?
I heard a beep.
Okay.
So then I leave. I go to Kohl's. I get in and out. No problem. Except for the fact that on the dash it says remote battery low. But Eddie told me I'd be fine. I can run my 2 errands. It'll be completely fine. So I get to the grocery. I go inside. I lock the car. Everything's fine. I get my groceries. I go out to the car. I open the trunk with the remote. The remote works fine. I put the groceries in the trunk. I go around the side of the car to unlock the door. And the remote doesn't work. So now I'm stuck outside in the cold in the grocery store parking lot with no way to get into the car. Because the remote doesn't work. Because the battery died. Now before I left the house, I said, can I just take your remote? Let me just take your remote. Just make sure that way I don't get stranded somewhere, because you know it'll be me that gets stranded somewhere, and like the stuff just happens to me. And he even made a joke, like, only you, ha ha ha. And I said, yeah, I know. But he says, you'll be fine. So I thought I'd be fine.
Well, now, I was trying to make it easy for you, because I know how it is, pressing the memory
But
button.
I had to push all the memory buttons anyway. It didn't actually save any of my settings. Probably because the remote was almost dead. Anyway, so then I proceeded to call him to find out what the heck I'm supposed to do and how to get into the car. So he says, oh, just pop the hard key out of the remote and just unlock the door manually. But when I did that, the car alarm went off because it thought I was trying to break in. So now I'm sitting in the parking lot with the car door open, the car alarm going off, all the lights going off on the car, and everybody in the dang parking lot staring at me for almost 15 minutes while I waited for you to drive the other key up to me. So then all the lights stopped going off. So I'm thinking, great, the battery's dead. I couldn't even hit the lock or unlock button from inside the car. I couldn't start the car. Nothing I pushed, none of the buttons worked.
While this guy was coming through.
And then, yeah, a guy starts coming up panhandling to all the windows of everybody's car. So I, like, shrunk down as little as I could behind the tinted window and then manually tried to lock the button on the door, the little piece that sticks up.
The physical lock.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that he couldn't see me as he was harassing everybody else walking through the parking lot.
I just want to say it's totally my fault. I should just give her the key. I'm sorry. But hopefully this doesn't change your perspective on BMW.
I will never drive that car ever again. It's not happening.
Well, we can talk about
Nope. Mm-mm.
Empty, hollow shell of a woman! I mean, what the hell are you doing in my house if you hate me so much? Why the hell are you married to me?
Because once I got in the car, it like went into lockdown mode. I couldn't even do anything once I got in the car. I was just stuck sitting there.
All right, so I'm about to figure out why I did that. Maybe I go to a parking lot. I can't do it here. I didn't want the neighbors cleaning the alarm.
Oh, you want the neighbors being disturbed by the alarm, but you were okay with the entire city being disturbed by the alarm this morning while I sat by myself in the parking lot with all the lights and sirens going off? I'm pretty sure the guy in the Jeep behind me thought I was trying to break into the car because he just sat there and watched me, even though I look exactly like a carjacker, I would guess.
Is this your car?
My old man lent me this turd because he doesn't care if I break down in the middle of nowhere and get eaten by a bear or something.
Your old man?
Yeah, my boyfriend. 47 years old.
Well, I'm sorry.
The one day I actually physically go to the grocery store instead of ordering groceries online. I will also never be going to the grocery store again, in case you were wondering.
Starting normal recording.
Did you grab the other key?
Yep. And the ignition and turning it again. I'm not the ignition, but the door. The door handle again. The light underneath the rearview mirror. Did it stop flashing?
No, it's still flashing.
Turn the key again. Just keep turning it left or right to see if it would.
I don't understand why it worked to open the trunk, but not for unlocking the door.
I don't know.
And I tried to take the file apart, and I couldn't get the back of it off to check the battery, because all you did was move the battery around and it worked fine.
Well, the alarm stopped, right?
For now, but everything's still blinking.
Well,
The lights are blinking. I don't want to push any more buttons because it's gonna freaking go off again. I'm trying to get the back of the remote to pop off, but I can't get it to pop off.
well, just keep pressing the lock button.
The unlock button
Unlock, yeah.
on the remote?
Yes.
It's not doing anything.
On the remote.
It's not doing anything.
Okay. Press lock, press unlock to see if you just keep playing with it and see if it works. I should have just gave her another key. Dang it. Oh, well, so much for selling her on BMW. I know she didn't like that part, and oh well. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. It is Christmas Eve. Hope everyone's going to get and have a great Christmas. I'll probably maybe working on call for the holidays, but have some time. So here I am. I'm gonna start wrapping presents. Lexi's gone. The kids are gonna be here later this evening, so I'm gonna get their gifts wrapped. Now I did a lot of stuff shopping on Amazon. I think it was just most convenient for me, and I'm sure it applied for most people too. And this gift here, I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not sure if I'm published video. I mean, she doesn't watch it. She doesn't watch my videos anyway, but anyway, it was like a cooking set, like, you know, like the all clad and stuff, and I really thought she would, you know, benefit from it. I was sort of debatable what I should do. I ended up ordering this back in November, and I was hoping that it would have been delivered sooner than that, and of course the only day it showed up was when I was actually at work and she was home, and I'm like, hey, can you bring the package inside, but just don't look at the box. So hopefully, I'm hoping that she didn't see the label. It is sort of around it, but I'm just hoping that she just slid it in and just, you know, kept it at that. So anyway, I'm gonna get wrapping and go from there. All right, how about those gift wrapping skills, huh? Look at that. Not my best work, but for this size box, it was a little challenging for me. So, all right, let me get wrapping to other things. All right, Merry Christmas, everybody. Today, got everything, of course, wrapped. Lexi's working today. So, anyway, I just did this couple of little things today, and wait for her to get off work, and we'll open presents. So, won't be much. Actually, this is it for today. I might just do one little video talk about another incident that happened earlier on while we wait. But hope everyone has a good Christmas, and I'm sure that this video will probably come out after Christmas. So hope you had a good Christmas, put it that way. Thank you.